really sorry. This is a much more serious speech than I'm accustomed to giving. By trade, I'm a clown. An attorney. It's basically the same thing, but these times really are bad for... I can't make jokes right now about it. And this speech is in response to every time that our president does something absolutely terrible. You know, when he kidnaps thousands of children, when he bans Muslims from this country, when he says something absolutely positively racist, there will be cries of, "This is not who we are!" And I disagree with that statement. This is who we are right now as a nation. Trump's actions are part and parcel of what we have done, at least some of the time, as a nation. He is part of a large historical movement of white supremacy. It does not start or stop with the president. Just removing that president from office will not remove the political movement that he leads right now. The sad fact of the matter is that Trump-style concentration camps, stealing 30, God only knows how many children from their parents, that is in line with American history. The worst parts of our angels. We can...
I understand the separation of church and state. Why do you say God only knows?
Concentration camps are Anglo-American, not Nazi style. We invented them around the turn of the 20th century. The United States. We did this first against the original inhabitants of this continent. They continued in the Philippine insurrection in the wake of the Spanish-American War. We did this to Japanese Americans in World War II, and we are doing it now on our border. This is part of what we are as a nation. Trump is part of us, and you must understand that if you're going to fight him. Because we can be a better nation. There are better angels of this country. There are better parts of this country. But you have to understand that what he is up to, that is part of us as well. This is Chicago on the 100th anniversary of the 1919 race riots, which was a race riots to try to enforce white supremacy. It was to keep African Americans in their place. That is Chicago. That was a liberal city back then. And we had, say, 35 dead white mobs roaming the streets of Chicago, burning down homes. That is part of Chicago, as much as Trump is part of America. This is who we are, and is part of what we have always been. We are living through times reminiscent of the fall of Reconstruction. This is the late 1870s and 1880s, when a pack of white supremacist terrorists seized control of governments across the country, and the good people of the nation turned the other way. There was 80 years of Jim Crow, 80 years of darkness that descended on this nation, because we decided not to fight it. The United States was sick of Reconstruction. So what do? We turned the other way and let the KKK seize control of southern governments. That is what President Trump is part of. That is American history. But I say to you, that may be what we are, but it does not need to be what we will be. There are better angels of America. This is the country of Thaddeus Stevens, the radical Republicans, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Eugene Debs, and the entire goddamn civil rights movement. If you stand up and fight, we can make a better nation. But it's only if you choose to fight. If you let Trump and his goddamn minions have their way with this nation, if you say, no, it's not a Nazi camp, therefore it's not a concentration camp, you are letting him win. This is a concentration camp, and this is evil, and we must stand up and fight. To paraphrase Eugene Debs, we have to understand that while there is an immigrant class, we are of it. While there is a refugee element, we must be in it. And while there is a single soul in a Trump camp, none of us are free.
Amen.
And you need to only look right now, to Puerto Rico, to see what they can do to a wretched, vile, corrupt government.
Woo!
The entire island took to the streets. They shut down that city. They seized control, and that is the thing. The power does not exist with our representatives. It does not exist with Trump or his goons who are seizing children en masse at the border. The power has always existed in the people. If you choose to seize it, if you choose to march, if you choose to shut down this city of Chicago, we can do this. This is a power that is with us. Puerto Rico did this. It took them 2 weeks to bring down their government. We've had 3 years of Trump, and what have we done? What have we done? Have we shut down any city for any amount of time? When he banned Muslims, when he seized tens of thousands of children illegally, he talks about the rule of law and then blatantly violates the law. How dare he? And what have we done? What have we done to resist? Have we shut down the city of Chicago, the city of the resistance, the city that kicked Trump out of his rally during his campaign? Where have we been? There have been some that have been leading. Hell yes! That was wrong too! My God!
Where were
It
you
is
at
part...
then?
I was here, goddammit! And don't, just because what Obama did was wrong, does not mean that Trump is not a fascist.
Yeah.
That's a spurious argument and a foolish one.
Where are all these?
Shame on you.
Where are these 10,000? What about Antifa?
They're in the border, you fool! My God, are you blind?
They're all in one
Why do you
camp?
support fascists? Is what you should
What
ask
about
yourself every
Antifa?
morning. We have the power, my friends. We can shut down this city.
What about the
We
squad?
can resist. We can absolutely change these camps that he is holding if you choose to have the power. But if you don't resist to men like that, that whole batch right there, white supremacists, look at them. If you choose to let them win,
You're a
they will
typical
win.
Democrat.
They have seized
Name
control
calling.
of the power of government. These
You're a
libertarians
progressive.
that don't recognize fascism when they see it and would support separating thousands of children from their parents.
They're illegal.
Where have they
There's no
gone
such
wrong?
thing as illegal.
Let them go back.
Go home.
And there are leaders in this country. There are fighters I'd recommend. If you want to march with someone, march with the Black Lives Matter movement. They've been fighting this fight for a long time. They know what they're doing. And no matter how feckless and impotent the opposition leaders may be, I swear to God, when Pelosi and Schumer talk about impeachment, they're more awkward than I was trying to ask a girl out in high school. They sort of dance around it and are cowards about it. No! The man has obstructed justice. The man has committed war crimes. He must be impeached, and he must be impeached now. But they will not do anything unless we show them a way. The power exists with the people, and with you, with me. We have the power to make this life a wonderful adventure. We can make this nation free and beautiful.
You're a
We do
communist.
not need to be goose-stepped into misery by Trump and his minions. But will you fight for liberty? Will you fight to fulfill that promise of a better angels? Will you fight to ensure this nightmare that this nation has descended into, of mass concentration camps, that it doesn't have to be our future? Will you fight?
Yes.
Will you march?
You're a fascist.
Do you believe in equality?
You're a fascist.
Do you believe that this nation is fit for something better than libertarians and white supremacy? And fight, goddammit! If you want a better nation, we're going to have to earn it. Now let's goddamn well earn it.
You're Mussolini.
I remain optimistic. To borrow another line from Eugene Debs, let the people everywhere take heart of hope, for the cross is bending, the midnight is passing, and joy cometh in the morning. We can make this nation a better place, and power exists in all of us. They do not need to win. Just because they won in 1870 does not mean they need to win now. If the people choose it, we can build a better nation than we've ever had.
Oh, there you are.
We just have to choose and fight for it. A better America is ready to be made, if only we will make it. Thank you.
Boo!